Those vegan guys. Thank you.
Hello my loves, it is 1:45 p.m. on, what day is it today? Thursday, the 8th of October 2020. The 8th of October being the significant date. Now today's kitchen vlog is hopefully an exercise for me in diminishing the importance of dates. So the title, Trimming My Trauma Tree, it's quite the mouthful. Which started officially on the 8th of October 2016, exactly 4 years ago today, was when an episode, being a TV host at the time, local, on the That's Manchester channel in Manchester, funnily enough. Sorry about the creaky chair, I'll endeavour to keep stiller. So I was I don't know many of you have heard this before, but there is a reason for this vlog today. I want to trim my trauma tree. So on the 8th of October, the episode aired on TV, because that was a Saturday, 8th of October 2016. The episode aired on TV that would lead to my being taken off air. I filmed 2 more episodes, one of which aired, one didn't. But I was taken off later, 26th of October. But today's significant day is the 8th of October. It's that day when that episode aired that led to a complaint at Ofcom that led to me being taken off air. On the 26th of October 2016, I was invited down to the That's Manchester studios in Manchester, funnily enough, and told that the owner of the station, Dan Cass, didn't want me on air anymore. I think he might have been a Conservative, and I'd been very negative about Theresa May in that last episode, in the episode that got complained about. There was a lot to be negative about at the time. So I was taken off air on the 26th of October. I was already in turmoil because of Brexit. Then I was taken off air on the 26th of October. On the 6th of November, 2 weeks later, the horror happened, as I've oft called it. So that will be 4 years this November. The horror being an armed robbery at the place I worked at, where 4 masked idiots with knives and claw hammers pinned me to the floor while my husband was forced against a wall, crouched with his hands on his head, and 2 scallies round him, one with a claw hammer, one with a knife, while I had a guy trying to rip a keychain out of my hand while another stood on my neck and chest. It's a pretty shit experience. Oh, but the train doesn't stop there. It continued. Because of the pain of the attack, I went on codeine, as prescribed by my doctor. Went on the codeine for a few weeks. Then I tried coming off them, reducing my dose. And I ended up so sick that I went to the doctors, and he said, you've got down from 8 a day to 1 a day. In how long? And I said 8 days. That's how I did it. And he said, right, don't take another one at all from this moment on. you're already in withdrawal from reducing your dose. You need to go through full withdrawal. Oh, I did 12 days of horrific illness like I've never had before in my life. Nausea, hot sweats, unable to keep anything down. The only time I felt good when I was lying in a hot bath, and I, before this point, hated baths. And then managed to get through Christmas somehow. Don't really recall much about it. Then, on January the 26th, 2017, we lost our cat, Alice. I was broken. It was like just this whole string of events over a few short months, each one of which had the strength to floor me, all binding up together to create this succession of shit that I had to get through. But here's the point. I did, though, didn't I? Because I'm here, aren't I? Looking at you now, talking about it. So I got through all that. And I've talked recently about how the darker weather, you know, it's like this was all, you know, October, November, December, January. Here we are. However, I was talking to Lauren recently, who also has a trauma anniversary from TBI, traumatic brain injury, about these anniversaries and you know, how you mark them and how they impact you and all this kind of thing. And I said at the time, I said, it's funny because sometimes I get upset for the me I used to be. It's like I miss the me I used to be, but that's all natural growth, isn't it? We're constantly evolving and becoming different people in the way we look, think, speak, all of that. That's from Oprah Winfrey, by the way, the quote, "Weeping for the me I used to be." But now I'm like, and I know I've been here before, I intend to get here again and stay here though, because it's about pride in overcoming adversity. It's about having been through all that and then still being here, able to talk about it, able to really talk about it, you know what I mean, with no kind of, and acknowledge, oh God, yeah, that happened, didn't it? And then that happened, and this happened. So I was planning to do a video anyway, and then this morning on my Facebook memories, up pops the 8th of October 2017. Jason and me in Kefalonia. It's just a picture of the sea at Antismos Beach in Kefalonia, and underneath it says snorkeled for the first time ever today, did it naked, tick. And I was like, so 1 year after, on the 8th of October, this kind of, this was the day that show aired that had me pulled off and led to all that. This was the day I snorkeled with my willy out. One of those horrible fish which swims up your urethra could have got me. I didn't care. I weren't rude, like, 'cause I think it's illegal to be naked in Catalonia. I got in the water first, then took my shorts off, chucked them on the, on the beach, because I really wanted to swim naked in a beautiful sea. And the Ionian Sea is incredible, beautiful. I've not been to many, but to me it's one of the best in the world. So okay, let's cut that through. Let's cut that October the 8th. It was when that show. Yes, it was when that show aired, but it was when I snorkeled naked on one of the most beautiful beaches I've ever been to in my life, on one of the most beautiful islands I've ever been to in my life. Which wins? Willie out all the way, Karen. Do you know what I mean? That's gotta be the winner, hasn't it? So chop one fruit off, put another up there. There you go. That's one dealt with. Although the codeine withdrawal was horrific, it really taught me a lot, so I can sincerely empathise with people going through withdrawal now, because even though it was only 12 days of it for me, I was lucky. And even though it was mainly physical, like I wasn't desperate, I knew straight away I never wanted to take codeine again. There was no psychological addiction there, but it gave me empathy, it gave me understanding, it helped me to see what people who are going through withdrawal might go through regardless of the drug. Take, surely that's positive. Anything that helps you see things from another person's point of view, from walking in someone else's shoes, it's what veganism's all about. We see things from the animal's perspective, don't we? And we understand that having these things done to you against your will without your consent is abhorrent, and so we don't. And so this personal thing that I went through was also a great learning experience. It was also 2017 when one of the guys from the robbery was sentenced to 13.5 years in prison. Tick. Another one. Now, even though all these things are quite big in themselves, the one that I don't really want to neutralise is the pain of losing Alice, because I think that there is no way to swap out that fruit. There is no way to cut that down, and I don't want to. It was felt so deeply and so harshly for so long at the time, but it came after a chain of events that had already left me vulnerable, in pain, damaged. And so I understand that its effect was magnified because of all that came before it. That's not to minimise it in any way, because whenever you lose a pet, I'm sure many of you know out there, it can be incredibly difficult, and it can take a long time to get over. And so that kind of Alice marks the devastating end of an horrific chain of events. And yet I'm here, talking to you. And these things were 4 years ago. And I spent probably a couple of years dealing with the aftermath of it all, because I ended up having CBT due to debilitating panic attacks and anxiety after the horror. And so the last couple of years have really been about rebuilding, rebranding, building our channel, talking openly about these things. Yet another significant day. This Saturday is Mental Health Awareness Day in the UK, so it was a great time to talk about all this and to mark that upcoming important day, because it is important to talk. That's what CBT taught me. I've told the story before, but very quickly I was caught off guard a couple of months after the horror, still working at the bar a couple of months after, and this guy, lovely guy, ordered a pint and then just kind of said, are you alright, Paul? And I was like, yeah, I'm, I'm on cocodamol, so the pain's alright. And he said, so what happened? And I blanked and froze, and it wasn't that I couldn't talk about it. I didn't know where to start. I didn't know how to articulate it. It was so strange. And of course what it took was to be able to talk about it. And my very healing experience of use your fluffy legs as well, which was a kind of visualization I did there where it happened, long after the event, whilst in CBT, where I was visualizing what was happening to me on the floor, and I physically in real time shouted, use your fucking legs. You know something? I think I heard me, because that's how I got out of it. Just a little powerful thing I did, that really benefited me. And so, here's the rub of this whole thing. I said in yesterday's vlog that I was going to do an Instant Pot vlog today, and then I thought, no, it's this day, and I'm already doing a Vegan Queens thing later on. Don't forget, I'll link it up there now, live at 6 p.m. Do join the girls. It should be a laugh on their channel. But I did want to do this. I wanted to do this for me, and I wanted to do this because it might help other people too. So I take strength from hearing other people's stories and thinking, wow, you got through that, and look at you now. I wanted to share mine again. I also came across one of my old ActorReactor videos this morning, which I did about a year after. Volume's terrible on it, but I'll link it up there, because I watched it, and again that was like, oh, do you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to do a vlog about all of this today, and about how I got through it and how I'm going to get through it now. So I've trimmed my trauma tree. I've replaced the hurt of being taken off TV with the same date incident of snorkeling for the first time in beautiful turquoise waters at Antisamos Beach in Kefalonia, naked. Except for a snorkel mask and goggles, of course. I've replaced the trauma of the horror with the fact that justice was served with at least one of the party. So that's good. I've replaced what I went through with the withdrawal from the codeine with the value of that experience and the empathy that that gave me for people going through the same thing or similar. The pain of losing Alice will never change, just like the pain of losing Doris, Agatha, Cleo, Bubbles, Smeege. All these beautiful babies that have been in our lives. They're just things that you hang around the chair. Like a little padlock. Okay, you get to stay there. You know they're not going to do it about you. You know. So yes, now it's nearly 2:10. At about 4 o'clock, I shall hand myself over to Miss Gemini with her big box of tricks, and she can do with this whatever she can do with this. The girls no doubt will hope to see you on their channel at 6 this evening, and I will see you as I don my guise of the glamorous assistant tomorrow night, the 9th of October, at 9 PM with the Quizmaster for some more questions and fun. Trimming my trauma tree. Quite a cathartic exercise, really. So let's not let past traumas get us down. Let's try and take anything positive from them at all, even if it's a conclusion to it. Yes, this happened, but this happened, and so I need to close that chapter now. Not that you ever should forget anything that you've been through, but you don't have to mark it with any kind of significance. It can just be acknowledged, and if it can be replaced with something positive. The 8th of October, a year after my trauma chain started, I was swimming with my wedgie out in a lovely sea. Lovely. Right, I'll get off. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you again very soon. Until then, please be excellent to yourself and each other. Bye, loves. Almost finished your coffee, but not quite.